Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Reine Des Fleurs. And this episode is going to be labeled as Louis Part 1 because we're meeting each night for the first time, so I'm just going to go ahead and leaving each of the introductory visits with each night as the first couple videos in their own path. So we're not actually pursuing Louis, we're still pursuing Leon, but we're just going to be doing our first meeting with Louis in this episode. Because as far as I can tell, really the things that you choose in this prologue, they don't really have anything to do with the choices that you have to make for each individual guy's story. You need to raise the grace levels for all the guys anyway, so you still kind of need to, well, for the good endings. I'm guessing you don't want to raise your grace levels with everybody if you want bad endings, but I really only want the good endings, so yeah. I don't think we'll need to do things differently for other routes. Alright, well, let's go ahead and gather some information about Louis, and then we'll go and meet him. I know he is this princely, big flirt type of character. I don't know, I was giving him a rather bland voice before. I might just give him the Itsuki and Tokiwa type voice, flirty guy voice that I was using before. Alright, well, like I said, let's go meet Louis. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I thought it would bother you, because you are such a true and honest person. However, Princess, it is only natural for you to wish to be loved rather than hated. It is not a sin to make some effort towards that end. I, personally, feel that trying to make someone like you without making an effort is called arrogance. Arrogance. What NJ said made me think. What can I do to earn both their trust and respect? I am still a bit confused, but I believe that what you have said is very true. I will try my best and see how far I can go. It is my pleasure to help you. You can come to me whenever you feel you need me. Yes, thank you, NJ. Keeping her advice in mind, I imagine the faces of each of the knights. Who should I spend time with next? Yep, so now we get to pick a new one. So, like I said, I'm going in order. I'm just going to pick Louis next. Yes, Louis. The Southern Knight, Truth and Lies. In order to draw closer to your majestic presence, I would like to spend some time with you, Princess. I want to steal your time, and that is my only wish. I look forward to hearing from you. The Southern Knight, Louis. The Southern Knight, Louis. I begin to think as I go through the report which his butterfly Uranami has written. He didn't hesitate to become a knight, and has always had a positive attitude towards the reign. Obviously, I see no issue. However, and I assume that this is because of his personality, he has absolutely no attachments to anything at all. He doesn't quite seem suited to the role of a knight, therefore, you must pay special attention to this factor. It is a pleasure to see such a beautiful princess. I could not be happier than this. My name is Louis. It would be an honor if you could keep me somewhere in your mind. He has no attachments. I wonder what that really means. Uranami's report is too abstract in general. However, if this last statement of the report is true, then that is crucial for him to work on it as a knight. I need to ask for more details to find out what the truth is. To begin with, I think I should go listen to others' opinions. Princess, let us go gather some information. You can count on us this time. Okay, please take care, you two. I waited for them, and they returned after a short while. They are not so easy on us. He kept a strict guard. We still need more training to do this. I'm sorry, I can't afford candy for you guys. It's expensive. Don't worry about it. I appreciate your efforts. But one thing is for sure. The butterfly of the south, Uranami, has some key information for this. Uranami? Okay. You too. Thank you. I want to know a little bit more about him before I see him. Oh man, it's gonna be a while before I can afford candy because I think, like, even under the best circumstances, if you do Ravier perfectly, you get, like, 1,000 points. But if you don't do it perfectly, you get 500 points, as far as I can tell. And, like, the cheapest candy right now is 3,000, so, yeah. Who should I consult for some useful information? Okay, we are going to go with... How did I do this before? Obviously, Uranami. Come on, Uranami. Why isn't it selecting him? Come on. Uranami and... What else did I pick before? Oh, NJ. Oh, it's Hubert and then NJ. Hubert, NJ, and then Louis. So, oops. Okay. Hubert. And then NJ. And then Louis. Yes, that is the way I want to go. Okay, finally, here we go. Impression of the Southern Knight Louis Uranami. Well, Princess is certainly a girl, aren't you? Is it as I expected? Have you fallen for the man who seems like a prince from a fairy tale? Stop joking. I want to hear his story. Didn't you write this on the report? He has absolutely no attachments to anything at all. What exactly do you mean by that? Oops, I'm sorry. I totally forgot about that. As you already know, to become a knight also means to abandon everything from the land. Your body is a human, family, belongings, and surroundings. It is natural to feel reluctant to give all that up. But Louis doesn't seem to have such feelings. This tells you that nothing is important to him. So, that is why I don't think he feels responsibility as a knight. So then, why did he become a knight? Well, isn't it your job to find that out? That's true. Thank you anyway. I will use what you have told me as a reference. If what Uranami's saying is true, it seems that I won't be able to deal with him in such an ordinary way. Impression of the Southern Knight Louis, Hubert. You can't take your eyes off him. Don't let yourself get carried away by his sweet words, Princess. However, he has caught my interest. I would like to speak with him personally one day. The two do seem to have something in common, personality-wise, where people are unable to take their eyes off them. Well, that was awfully short, and not helpful. Impression of the Southern Knight, NJ. Mr. Louis. He has such a lovely appearance, and quite the sophisticated attitude. He seems like the ideal man. I have heard that many Hanabito ladies adore him. I know, but... Yes, as you have already noticed, you must be cautious with this type of man. There must be something behind his perfect smile. Do you mean that he tells lies? They don't exactly lie, this type of man. More like they skate around the truth by speaking vaguely. So, how can I see the truth? Don't just take whatever he says to heart. Always be a little suspicious about everything he says. By doing that, you will eventually see the truth. Be suspicious and see the truth. I have never done such a thing. But if it is necessary to do so... The response to the invitation, Louis. It is an honor that you have chosen me among the number of invitations. Okay, and in the next episode, we'll see what he actually has to say in this little thing, which is probably nothing, because half the time I can't say half the time, but when we met with Leon, it was totally not helpful. I had the feeling probably meeting him is going to be totally not helpful, but I think only 2 people can actually be helpful anyway, and we've already seen those. It was NJ and Uranami, so probably Louis isn't going to be helpful about himself, but we'll see when we come to the next episode. So I hope to see you there or in some of my other future videos. I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.